Alright, it's time for the Avengers. We have done all of the movies, all of Phase 1 leading up to the Avengers. So, well, let's just review the Avengers.
Let me just start off by saying that Joss Whedon was the perfect person to direct this movie. There was no one better than Joss Whedon to direct this movie. Jon Favreau was actually in the beginning going to direct the movie, but I'm glad that Joss Whedon directed the movie because, man, was he an awesome director, and he made the movie so funny, so awesome. The character interactions were awesome. Everything about this movie was great. Chris Evans did an awesome job as Captain America. Steve Rogers and Tony Stark interacting in this movie was one of my favorite parts. Steve Rogers was one of my favorite parts. Captain America was awesome. This movie was awesome. His suit was not awesome. Captain America's suit in this movie is by far the worst suit of any MCU movie he has been in. It looks terrible. Like, just look at that. I mean, man, does that look horrible. Tony Stark is just my favorite MCU character. He is just so funny, and he is just so awesome. He is the perfect casting, top 5 casting choices of all time. He's definitely on that list for casting for Iron Man / Tony Stark because, man, is he the perfect person to play him. And he was so funny in this movie. And yeah, Mark Ruffalo was a good Bruce Banner. I liked him, and I wanted him to Hulk out more. And when he did Hulk out, holy shit, man, it was awesome. I was like, oh my god, and he was just smashing everything. And the Hulk versus Thor fight, holy shit, it was awesome. Let's actually talk about Thor now. The introduction scene to Thor, who was played excellently by Chris Hemsworth, his introduction scene was really funny. He was like, Cap was like, "So you're afraid of lightning, Loki," or something like that. And Loki says, "No, I'm not overly fond of what follows." And then he just comes down and snatches Loki and just flies out. It was just so good. Other than Captain America's suit, I can't really say anything about the movie that I think sucked. Black Widow, everyone gets their moment to shine. Black Widow was awesome. All of the characters were so awesome, especially how they interacted. They were so funny, all of them. Black Widow was so awesome, much better than in Iron Man 2. Everything about this movie was just perfect. And what is a good movie without a good villain? Loki was fantastic as a villain. He is the perfect villain to choose. Although I think he was a better villain in Thor, just how it worked in that movie was better than this. But man, was he a good and amazing and just all in all perfect villain. I could not have thought of anyone better to have as a villain. And also the best casting, some of the best casting in the entire MCU. I mean, this guy's my favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe villain. It was just perfect casting, Tom Hiddleston as Loki. And just the scene where they're all standing in the circle. One of the best MCU shots. And the third act of this movie, the Battle of New York, one of the best action scenes, if not the best action scene in the MCU. It was just so perfect. Not better than the airport battle in Civil War, though, but it was so good. The third act was so funny, so good. The moment where Hulk just punches Thor away, it was so unexpected. And the moment where Hulk just smashes Loki, he's like, "I am a god," and he just takes him and throws him around. It was just so funny. This is just such a funny movie, and Whedon just made it work perfectly. Oh, you guys thought I was gonna forget to talk about Hawkeye, huh? I know he's forgettable, but come on, you can't forget to talk about him. I liked him. I mean, he was good in this movie. He even had the moment where he shot the arrow at Loki and he just catches it and it just blows up in his face. I really like that. That was funny. Yeah. And that was my review for the Avengers. Leave your thoughts on the Avengers in the comments, and who's your favorite character in the MCU? Leave it in the comments too, and I'll see you guys later in my next review. Bye.